Coming up this morning on Wake Up America, over 100,000 service members have not been vaccinated as you wake up on this Wednesday, but the early November deadline is right around the corner. How's this going to play out? We'll get into that next.
About 100,000 service members have not been vaccinated despite that quickly approaching early November deadline. Do you think everyone in the military should be forced to get the vaccine, the COVID vaccine?
I think the critical issue that my clients are facing, and as you know, I represent Navy SEALs, fighter pilots, Coast Guard rescue swimmers, and the issue my clients face is this vaccine is being treated differently than any other vaccine they've had to take throughout their career. First, natural immunity is being completely ignored. And second, they've been given arbitrary deadlines. There's a process to apply for medical exemptions, to speak to a provider about the impact of this vaccine on your own personal health, as well as to apply for religious accommodations. And in this case, with this vaccine, it's being treated differently. And that's a grave concern that my clients have.
Could you clarify that a little for us, too? Because you see a lot of conversation circling about this and prior vaccines, other vaccines, how those are treated in the military. A lot of people saying, you know what, you're always told to take vaccines in the military. Why is this any different? So what is the difference here?
There are several differences. One is just the fact, the way this vaccine was developed, and that there are no long-term safety tests. The other difference is every military doctor that I interview is telling me they're being threatened if they approve any medical exemptions other than a negative reaction to this vaccine. So in the past, for other vaccines, if you had an allergy, if you had a contraindication, you wouldn't have to take this vaccine. And again, this vaccine is being treated differently. There are grave concerns about the lawfulness of this order that my clients are seeking opportunity and seeking time to push back on and to try to understand.
We're now seeing that the Archbishop for the Military Services said that Catholic troops should be allowed to reject the COVID-19 vaccine if taking it would, quote, violate the sanctity of their conscience. Do you think that the U.S. military will honor that?
It's very difficult to say. The problem that we face now with the politicization of this issue is this vaccine is being treated differently. The default position in the military for religious accommodations always has been yes. In this case, my clients face losing their position. If they file for religious exemption, they're being told, you're going to be fired. You're not going to be able to deploy. You're not going to be able to be a Navy SEAL. You're not going to be able to serve as a fighter pilot anymore. So even if religious accommodations are being granted, my clients are being threatened with essentially the loss of everything they've trained to do.
And let me ask you, Davis, if they are fired, if they do choose to leave, what is that going to do to the morale of the U.S. military?
Well, my clients aren't just concerned about the morale, they're concerned about military readiness. We're talking about a critical mass of Navy SEALs. When we talk about Coast Guard rescue swimmers, there's only 340 that are currently active in the Coast Guard. I'm hearing from a group of 60 rescue swimmers that are going to be hard-nosed. Some of them are my clients. And there's not replacements in the pipeline. So it's not just an issue of morale. My clients are concerned about readiness as well.
That's such a good point you're making. 340 positions, 60 saying it's a hard no. And will we, in fact, be prepared? Let me ask you lastly, Davis, if U.S. service members don't get vaccinated, what exactly happens? Will they be dishonorably discharged, or what will be the result? Do we know?
We don't know yet. Again, so much of this is unprecedented. In the past, if you submitted a religious accommodation or became a conscientious objector, you could expect to receive an honorable discharge. Here, I think it's going to be a long fight for our clients to try and save their career and protect their honor.
All right, Davis Younts, thank you so much for breaking that down for us this morning.
Thank you.